Most people overpay for products like this. Here's why this one is different. I've seen wine fridges that cost twice as much with half the features, so when I found the Avallon 24-inch single-zone cooler, I had to take a closer look. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. What really stood out to me is how well this unit keeps temperatures steady. I tested it with both reds and whites, and it held 55 degrees within a degree or two all day long. That kind of precision is usually only in pricier models, so it's nice to see it here without the premium price tag. I mean, think about it, the whole point of a wine fridge is to keep your wine at the perfect temperature, so it's ready to drink whenever you want it. And this Avallon cooler delivers on that promise. I've had experience with other wine fridges in the past that would fluctuate by as much as 5 degrees throughout the day. That's not ideal, especially if you're storing sensitive or expensive wines. But the Avallon 24-inch single-zone cooler is rock solid, temperature-wise. And that's not just me saying it, I've done my research, and other owners of this cooler have reported similar results. Another thing that impressed me was how easy it was to install. The 24-inch cabinet fits right into a standard cutout, which saved me from having to redo my kitchen layout. I've heard horror stories about people having to hire contractors to modify their cabinets just to fit a wine fridge, so it was a relief to find one that just slides right in. The reversible door means I could hinge it on either side without buying extra parts, and the soft close hinges keep things quiet, no slamming when I grab a bottle late at night. I also like that the digital display is tucked up top where it's easy to read but not in the way when I'm loading glasses. The shelves are tempered glass with chrome racks, so they're sturdy enough for full bottles but still let me see every label at a glance. I've got a pretty extensive wine collection, and it's nice to be able to see what I've got at a glance. Plus, the shelves are adjustable, so I can customize the layout to fit my needs. One feature I didn't expect but now use every day is the Sabbath mode. If you keep kosher or just want a quiet fridge on a holiday, it locks the controls so the compressor stays off. That little switch has already paid for itself in convenience. I've got a lot of friends who keep kosher, and they're always looking for ways to make their lives easier during the Sabbath. This feature is a total game changer for them. The compressor itself is quiet, around 40 decibels, which is about the same as a quiet library. I set it in the corner of my open kitchen and never notice it running unless I'm right next to it. I've had other appliances in the past that were so loud, they'd drive me crazy. But this Avallon cooler is a total whisper quiet. I can have a conversation right next to it without even realizing it's on. Now, I know what you're thinking, what about the downsides? Well, I've got to be honest, there are a couple of things to consider. The interior light is a single LED strip, so the back corner can get a little shadowy if you stack bottles deep. It's not a deal breaker or anything, but it's worth noting. Also, the door seal is magnetic but not super thick, so if your kitchen runs really hot you might want to check the seal every few months to keep the temps stable. But overall, these are pretty minor quibbles. Another thing to consider is the single-zone design. If you're looking for a fridge that can handle both red and white wines at different temperatures, this might not be the best choice. But if you're like me, and you mostly drink one type of wine, this cooler is perfect. And at this price point, it's hard to beat. I've seen other single-zone coolers on the market that cost twice as much, and they don't offer any additional features that would make them worth the extra cost. All in all, this cooler punches above its weight for the price. It's not the biggest or the fanciest, but it does the job quietly and consistently. If you need a no-frills, reliable single-zone fridge that fits a standard space, this one's worth a look. I've been using it for a while now, and I can honestly say it's been a game changer for my wine drinking habits. I can store my favorite bottles at the perfect temperature, and I don't have to worry about them going bad. It's a small luxury, but it's one that I really appreciate. And at the end of the day, that's what it's all about, enjoying your wine, and enjoying the little things in life. Link is below if you want to check the latest price.